Welcome back to Demonology, an actual play podcast. This is Le Channel Horreur, episode 14. I am your medium, Siobhan. My pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I'm Fionn. My pronouns are also he, him, and I'll be playing the Druid Knight, Sir Rumpert and Eli.
Hello, I'm Mo. My pronouns are they, them, and I'll be playing Eli Swalthorn.
Hi, I'm Felix. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing as Countess Valentina, who keeps wanting to die. So we have that in common.
Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Pipsa the Hog Hag.
Hi, I'm Belle. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Armitage Shanks, waste removal extraordinaire.
Right. We all in. Last episode concluded with a witch getting his neck snapped by the aspect of a demon for his pitiful failure.
That's how we roll. Or they roll.
And those on were going to go down into the Undercroft and see what there was to see.
But let's go to the horse people first.
Horse people?
Well, the pirates of
Well,
the
what
horse.
you guys are doing, yeah.
Horse people!
No, that's us. We're the horse people.
We are the horse people.
Let's
Who
do
are the
that
horse
first.
people?
Yeah. Whilst they're doing that, I'll just heal you real quick. Well, not real quick.
Well, no, because you were already ahead of us in like an hour past, so this will be happening in pretty much the same time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's find some pirates.
Flashback
You hit.
an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Meanwhile,
Le Port.
Meanwhile,
Bye! We'll see you later!
On the island of Sak.
On the way over to Sark, actually, Siobhan, can I make a perception check to see if I can spot any hippocampi or any sign of them in the water?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to use, that's my 1 intelligence, perception, plus primal perceptor, and then if you will also allow me a further contextual die, druidic and fey studies.
A further contextual die.
Which would be 4 die.
All right.
Yeah, but one of them, if I don't get a perception...
All
that not
right.
right?
I'll allow
Hey,
it.
4d6, the highest ever intelligence test I've done with Rumpert. 2 successes, son.
woo!
On your way over, you note that the waters down towards the further south seem unusually stormy, but you yourself cannot yet spot from this distance if that's the Hippocampi. But you can tell that there's weirdly stormy seas down to the south.
That's
Of
the
Sark.
south of Sark, yeah?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed.
That's where we're going. Okay, but that's not where we're docking, is it?
You're docking at Le Port.
Le Port.
Docking at
You're
the
going to be
port.
riding from Le Port down to Le Mosserie. What's that?
La
It's a
Moserie.
39-minute walk, but it's going to be a 20-minute ride. Let me check I've not given you a bum steer.
Missus.
Because you're heading to the pirate ship, the Heloise.
Yes.
You are riding south down towards Le Mosserie. You are passing by another open bay around Le Coupé. And you see that at Le Mosserie, you mosey on off your horses and you head towards the area of Port Gory, where the pirates say that they have been stuck.
Port Gory. Okay. Do I see any like lookouts or some such?
There is a woman in a tree. As you approach,
I see a woman in a
Sorry,
tree.
what? A woman in a tree.
woman in a tree, keeping an eye on you.
I halloo her. Hello.
Hello! Are you the first Medswens?
Indeed we are.
Apolline.
Oui,
Yes, that's us. Could we come in?
Marie. As she whistles. And you see that there was another woman in another tree who had a musket pointed at you, who lowers it.
Very good.
You continue down the cliffs and find yourself, ooh, yes, very nice and tucked away. I will drop into a chat exactly where it is you find yourselves. And you see there, on the stony beach, the Heloise. Very clearly, a stolen French ship of the line.
It's a very nice ship. I'm not much of a seaman myself, but I can appreciate a nice piece of wood.
They got good taste.
There is a camp on the beach. You can see that it has been the Heloise is a little up on the sand, so it won't float away. And there you go into the channel. You are Halloud from the camp. Sir Rumpert! Lord Swalthorn! Oh god, no, I said the meme name, not the real name.
Canon.
He responds to either.
It's good to see you.
It is fine to see you. We've come about your horse problem.
Ah, yes, the horses and the sirens. Captain O'Neill, she's on the ship. Come see her.
Let's go.
All right, so we go over.
Are we on the ship now?
Yeah, you go up the ramp that they've laid down, up onto the ship, and you find Captain Nanine Ussoff, who is Nanine
You're going to need to say that again. Say that name again.
Ussoff.
Cool.
And she's up by the wheel. She has a map laid down on a desk there, and she is chatting to one woman who looks more refined than the others, and another quite refined woman with little half-moon spectacles on. Nanine herself, I'm not gonna try and make an analysis here. She just looks like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Sick.
Welcome.
Rumpert is obviously falling over himself.
Apolline did not say that you were handsome.
Can we politely interrupt them?
Senorita. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is all mine. So I suppose you've heard of the sirens and the horses in the water?
We have. We would, myself and my friend here would like to offer our services to help you out with that problem.
Very good. If I call the crew aboard, we have the most problems when we go and try and pass the north of the island. From the sirens to the south of the island, we have trouble with the horses.
We saw... So there are storms to the north and horses in the south.
Storms in the south, we think, caused by the water horse, and when we go north, the sirens.
Ah.
The sirens. I forgot about the sirens. Right. First, we go to the horses. If we get the horses, we can use them to drag us faster, and then they will be a gift to you, if it works out. Otherwise, we can try and chop them to little pieces, but I would rather we allow them to live.
I like you. Apolline, call the hands a deck. You realize, as you've been moving around, that there are only 2 men in this crew. There is the man who starts to direct some women to bring down the sails. And there is a man who has an apron on, who pops his head out and then goes back under deck. It's a crew of lady pirates with 2 dudes.
Hell yeah.
I think Rumpert thinks he's gone to heaven. Like, I think he thinks he died at some point, possibly on the journey here, and he's just sort of like, holy shit.
Eli's just gently tugging on Rumpert.
He keeps on patting himself down for, like, wounds. Like, checking his pulse and things like that.
As you are pushed out to sea, there are some women in a smaller boat, because they had to stay and push off, who are rowing back up towards the side of the ship and hauling themselves up on ropes and hauling the boat up itself afterwards. So you're heading south of the island towards where you saw the storms. The seas to the south. Very good.
Rumpert's going to move to the prow of the ship, and he's going to stand there at the front. And wait a second. X6. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stand at the prow, and I'm going to... Can I still do... If I turn into another water horse, can I still use my spells? Okay. That's fair, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to stand at the prow of the ship. I'm going to take Eli and hold him in front of me like we're doing a Jack and Rose. And I'm going to, like... grow my hair out so it's like tying our arms together. I'm just going to try and call out to the Hippocampi and dispel whatever magic is on them. Now, are you prepared for some bullshit?
Always.
Okay, so in order to add dice to this here bad boy, I'm going to be asking for a few things. I would like to add a knowledge die for Druidic and Fey Studies. I'd like to add another one for language of the beast, a contextual die for just having language of the beast, so that because I'm speaking in horse.
All right, I'll give you that one.
And so that would put with both of those things, it would put me on 4 die total for this theurgy test, I assume, or could I turn it into an animal handling test?
It's going to be theurgy. You want to break a spell, don't you?
Yeah, I do want to break a spell. So it's a theurgy test with 2 die.
Yeah. Eli, roll your theurgy too.
Okay, so I'm rolling with 4 die. Eli, do you have any knowledges to help you out with your theurgy?
I have veterinary science, hunting, herbalism, surgery, no. Animal handling.
Nah, that's a skill. I can't give you that.
Then no.
2 successes.
Very good.
Ooh.
So as you're doing your Jack and Rose out towards the approaching storm, Rumpert, how does it look when you issue out your power to break this spell?
So like a lot of his spells, I think that there's hair involved, and I think as he's the stuff that's wrapped and tied him and the boy together, then sort of like flowers and like mushrooms and stuff like open up on the top of it, and they kind of release this miasma, this kind of like this spore-like gas that floats faster than the wind and moves against the encroaching storm and kind of settles atop where the hippocampi are in a sort of swirl of like green sparkles and yellow aurora.
As this bountiful miasma touches the storm and the thrashing waters, they calm, and then you see a pair of scaly equine heads emerge from the water. Then 2 scaly wings on each of these equine creatures flap and raise them from the water. You see they have great big fish tails, and they're just sort of cavorting, sort of jollying about on top of the waves.
Rumpert's gonna jump into the water. He's going to just sort of like release the hair, place Eli back on the deck, and just swan dive in, and swim over to the ponies.
I think Eli's loving this whole experience.
So you get to the ponies. What do you want to say to the ponies?
Well, I only speak horse, so I don't know if it will fully translate. And but I'm going to try and basically ask one to kind of rest on it while I try and understand what's happened to them.
Yes, you are allowed.
Okay, so I mount up on one of them.
It's just sort of paddling in the sea as you do so, wings gently going.
And I kind of turn onto my back, and I take a little I take out my hidden knife, and I take a little scale, and I place it on my tongue, and my mouth kind of fizzes, and the scale dissolves like a tab of acid, and I go into a trance.
Eli to the rest of the ship crew is going, don't worry, this is part of the plan.
So what do I see when I enter this thing's past mind?
You see that they were with a pod of other hippocampi, simply enjoying themselves around the waters of Guernsey. And then all of a sudden, they leave their pod and they wandered north up along the east coast of Sark, going around and around and around until they got to the very northern tip of the island. And you see that there, on where the rocks meet the sea, you see Mayot Delahay's face, and she's holding out her hands and takes each of their chins in her hands and breathes out a black smoke onto them. And then the vision fades.
Okay, I kind of come back from it, and I wipe a couple of I wipe lots of salt off my face. I kind of spin around, and now because I can speak Hippocampi, I whisper in perfect Hippocampi, "I'm very sorry for what happened to you, and whatever. I would love to let you go back to your pod, but I would ask if you would stay and help us stop this witch from summoning any more."
And now this is where an animal handling test comes in.
This is animal handling. Okay. This is I've got 2 virtue and 1 in animal handling. Can I also toss in druidic and place studies? Okay, so we'll have a 4d6 roll then. That's a success.
There is some wet whinnying, which, please, as a closed caption sent to us, wet whinnying.
Preferably with a picture of your wettest horse.
Oh, God. And an agreement is come to that.
Moist pony.
Yes. Once you stop whoever brought us here, we'll go, but we'll hang around for now.
Excellent. And will you help these friendly lady pirates in your whilst you're here?
Sounds fun.
Okay, so a final question then. Could we lash you to the front of that and so you might drag the pirate ship faster than it is ever thought possible for a boat to move through water?
There is more wet whinnying, and an agreement is reached.
Blessings and salutations upon you. Now, do you have a way to get me back onto that ship?
And they don't even answer. The one whose back you're on just rises into the sky, flaps towards the ship and dumps you on the deck and flies back away.
Okay, well, as Rumpert does have the tape supported by sprites, he lands perfectly on his feet and kind of daintily brushes the water from his coat and says, "Excellent. So, the little water ponies will help us out, and they will agree to drag the ship through the waters to allow us to faster than a ship could possibly move. So I feel that with their help, we can certainly take care of a couple of sirens. Did I hear that right, Eli? Sirens.
Sirens, yes.
Sirens it is. Do you have a rope? And perhaps harnesses?
The sailmaster raises his hand. We have plenty of rope. We might fashion harnesses, perhaps.
Well, I would ask, how many hippocampi were there? 3?
2.
2. In which case, let's fashion 2. I won't do it because I have clumsy fingers.
The pirates fashion...
Eli, is that something you could do?
I might be. I do surgery.
The pirates are doing it. That's fine.
You got fiddly skills. You want to help the pirates fashion these harnesses and get on the high seas?
Absolutely.
Oh, this would be an actual machinery thing. Yeah. You got machinery?
I do not have machinery.
What fiddly skills do you have, Eli?
Medicine,
dexterity?
skullduggery. I do have dexterity.
Do you have any knowledges that might help?
Hunting?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It just means that if you succeed, they'll fashion these things faster. Never mind.
Is this worth a devil's bargain?
Not worth a devil's bargain, I think.
I mean, I got lots of fate points.
So that would actually bring you up to about 1 p.m.-ish. So at the same time as the others are firing a witch out from underneath a chapel, you have finished your rope harnesses.
Should we go back and get the others before we kill the sirens, or should we do that after? What do you think, Eli? You are in charge here.
Do you think we could take the sirens? I feel like the sirens aren't going to be too bad.
Siobhan,
With the Hippocampi as well.
Could we do a little recollection test and see how much we could know about
Yes, you
sirens? Okay, so can I just go through my knowledges first, and then Mo, you go through yours. So I've got military tactics, hunting, druidic and fey, folklore, demonology and bound, and then romantic languages.
Just the ones for Druidic and Fey and for folklore. Eli, what you got?
Herbalism, hunting, surgery, veterinary science, plague study, classics, and Celtic.
Yeah, you got Bubkus, Eli.
Thought so.
And I also got 2 2s, so I know I don't know anything about sirens.
Amazing. Ooh, maybe we should go in blind.
Yeah, I don't want to go in blind.
Are these pirates going to come help us, though, before we deal with...
We're on their ship, and I just gave them a pair of water ponies. I think they'll do pretty much whatever we ask them
we could
to.
ask them to come to the witches, since
Yeah.
we've done a favour for them.
So Eli and I kind of crouch down and sort of confer amongst ourselves as to what we're going to do. And then we kind of like...
We realise we know absolutely shit about sirens and we need to discuss something else.
We need to get some experts who are our friends to pick them up on and then we'll take them, and then we will kill the sirens. What say you to that?
Perfect.
Na instruction. D'accord.
D'accord!
Hey!
I lean over the side of the ship, and I toss the harnesses down, and they kind of go down on top of them. I'm imagining, because I don't want to have to spend time jimmying.
They'll jimmy themselves in,
okay.
get their wings through.
Excellent.
Whilst we're like tying them round the masts or whatever.
Yeah. Fast as you can.
This time it's a dry whinny because they're out of the water. And the Eloise just fucking steams through the water up towards You're going to get there in like quarter of an hour.
Wow.
Sick.
Just in time. As we return to those on there can have been... You can have spent some time healing up the Countess before you went down into the cellar, as I think you imagined you probably would do.
Oh wait, on the ship journey back, can I make some poisons?
Usually takes a period... Usually takes a period of time to do that. So by the time you went and got them and you got back to wherever you were going for the sirens, you still wouldn't have had enough time to fashion the poisons.
Damn. Okay. Oh wait, I still have the
Shadim poison.
The Shadim poison. Can I?
I've got some Hydra venom as well, so like...
You'd have time to just like milk the Shadim claw, which sounds weird.
Ugh.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Milk it.
You gotta milk it to
Just
get
sort of
all
keep
the
pressing
juice
its
out.
venom glands until all the venom comes out.
Ah!
Yeah,
That's a
press
wonderful
the
poison.
gland.
Stop it, both of you.
This is horrible.
Takes about
Team Press the Gland coming to the rescue.
Eli is milking a venom gland on the journey.
Wonderful way to pass the time.
Meanwhile, back on Pip, does anyone... Armitage, do you have any medicine things?
Yeah. I mean, I can perform medicine. I don't have any medicine, like, stuff with me, but I have a theurgical pack, which means I can, like, cure poisons and can also do... I will have the ingredients for a remedy or poison or the requirements for an exorcism, so I've got that. And then also, I just have medicine as a skill.
Oh, well, how about you whip me up a remedy to help remove this injury from the Countess?
Yeah, okay.
Countess, what stations are you on?
I took 5 damage and a moderate injury.
All right, so you can get to slathering paste on the Countess's face, which I'm sure she will hate.
Nice.
So you can now remove that injury, Countess. And Pipsa, do you want to try and engage in some perhaps gathering of medicinal herbs from this garden and see if you can get some of those stations down?
Yes.
I mean, I suppose that Armitage should scavenge for you, and then you could do the medical stuff. Do me a scavenging, please.
So I could... Oh, come on.
Oh dear, bestie.
Oh dear, bestie.
Alex, why are you? Do you only have one constitution?
I got 2. So I did 2
So
die.
then but you're skilled in scavenging, aren't you?
Oh, so I get a 3rd die.
You try that
Sorry,
again.
Do that again.
Yes.
I'll imagine that it didn't happen.
Thank God you fucked that up.
Yay!
Armitage goes around
Cut that out, Wilcox. Yeah!
sniffing and licking the entire garden until he finds the things that he thinks he needs to help the Countess.
On the back of Gorbachev, let's not forget.
He still cannot walk.
cannot walk.
So Gorbachev just has to like swoop me down every now and again so I can have a look at the plants. And then swoop me back up to carry me further.
Armitage, you gather...
It's a good thing I'm a small man.
It's a good thing that you are a very small man. The ingredients you need are gathered. Could you make me a medicine test? We'll say that this is all restful time that you're taking.
Okay. What's the maximum of die I can get?
5. Very good. Countess, please remove 2 stations of damage. And this is essentially Armitage making a yet more paste to slather over you.
That's fucking disgusting.
Woo!
And now you may descend into the Undercroft with the Countess in a better state.
Nice. Alright, so we're going in. Hello, children! Are you alive?
That's a surefire way to get them running away from you.
Cry weakly if you're alive.
On entering the Undercroft, you see that there are candles lit all around. There are lots of scraps of paper on the ground, covered in Latin writing, some symbols. You see that there is a seal that you recognize, Armitage. It's the same kind of seal that you saw in the cellar of Margot de la Rey. But from looking at it now, you can see that consecrating this chapel has rendered that seal ineffective.
So yeah. Are there any kids around?
The children are not here, but there is no sign that anything. There aren't like lots of scorch marks. There aren't like the viscera of babes. They don't seem to have been harmed, but they just aren't here.
So he sent them away.
He sent them away.
Is there, as we go through it, do we see, like, are there any tunnels or anything leading away, or is this very
This
much
is
like
very
a dead
much a
end?
dead end.
What's around here? Is there anything that's, like, broken? Like, any tools or anything?
There are lots of alchemical tools on a table behind the seal, and some more papers covered in Latin inscriptions and little markings. Do you want to try an insight test, Armitage?
Yeah, I do. Success.
So Gorbachev carries you over to the table, swooping you again.
Careful now! You almost hit me in the head.
And loose papers. And from what you can tell, there is lots of talk here about the fashioning of specific vessels to keep souls.
Okay.
And it seems like these vessels were fashioned here because amongst their chemical equipment, you also see like little hammers for beating tin.
Wait, what? Little hammers for beating tin? I don't get that. Say that again.
Which
Just go for the top, right? had an ADHD moment, and I completely zoned out. I forgot you were talking to me. All right, I'm being brutally honest. There was a tree outside. I started looking at the tree.
You surmise that this was an
focus now,
alchemical
Siobhan.
experiment to fashion vessels that could hold souls. You see also amongst the alchemical equipment on the table, hammers for the beating of tin.
Is there any tin around?
No.
Can I steal the hammers?
Why?
There's nothing. Why not? Why are you questioning me? It's not your job.
Yes, it is.
Give me the hammers. Just give me
There
the
are
hammers.
3 little hammers for beating tin. Do you want to take all 3 little hammers?
Yeah, I want to take all 3 hammers.
3 small hammers for beating tin, which he takes.
So basically, they've just been using the kids to try and turn them into like little witches.
That is a leap that you cannot possibly make from the information that you have.
But what about the kid? No, but what about the kid that we found earlier that we turned back from?
Ord told you that he was on the ship, not that he was from here.
Unless they're trying to do it again. I don't know what else to do. Amy, Felix, help me! You're here as well. You're both here with me. You could be helping me right now. You're hearing the same information I am.
Felix, you're also there.
I'm sorry, I just. The hammers. Very funny. So, what have you found?
I found some hammers. I found 3 little hammers which I've stolen. And I've
Where are
also
the children?
children are gone. Man.
All right,
Children are
so-
gone, but there's no scorch marks, so
Countess,
they're fine.
Armitage, Pipsa.
Can we look for any clues as to where the other witches might be? Are there any?
There's a big map saying "Let's go here." Next.
There is. Oh, nice. Let's take that then.
No, that's not. That's not there. I just want that to be there, Amy. They wouldn't have a big map with scrawled on it with an arrow. Let's go here next.
You never know. They put a rose bush over a truck door.
They did do that. Yeah, Siobhan, is there a big
There
map?
is not
with
a
an
big
arrow
map with an
pointing to where
arrow
it should be?
pointing, saying "Let's go here."
Underneath a road bush.
Are there any?
Sean, you're
any other-
muted.
Are there
I
any
know,
other
but have you
clues?
tried looking for another rose bush or some sort of unusual foliage?
Can I just look for and are there any tracks coming out of the place?
The only tracks that
Witchy tracks?
roll me a perception test.
Oh. I got 1.
Oh, I know what I want to do.
Wait a second.
Jesus, Bell. There are actual rules to this game.
No.
It seems to have been a closed circuit. People came in here, they did whatever they had to do, they left through the same door.
Rats. What
But,
do you want to do, Alex?
Pipsa,
Well,
you do note that among the candles, there are 4 wax figures. One is a wax figure that is fashioned into the shape of an adult man. Then, one is a wax figure that is fashioned into the shape of a boy. Another one, a smaller boy, and one the shape of a baby. Among the candles.
okay.
Is that meant to be evolution?
Is one of the boys? Does he look like the witch
Anyone
that we
we know?
killed? The witch that we.
Odd? No. Roch? No. And they don't look like Odd either.
Yeah.
So do they look like anyone that we know? Do we recognize them to be anyone?
No, you don't recognize them to be anyone, but they might be good to show people.
Okay, so we
Should
take
we take
them.
them with
Let's take
us?
them, yeah.
Yeah, fuck the hammers. Let's take them.
Well, we
back
can
to
take the
people.
hammers as well. The little hammers, they don't take up a lot of space. I don't understand why everyone hates
just
the
put them in
hammers.
your pocket and let's fuck off. Is there anything else?
I'll get Gorbachev to hold them. The thing is, I have a seal that means that I can look for any hidden passages or any magical locks will be undone.
You have to draw the
You
seal. You have to
use that seal.
So I have to go back to the ceremony place and draw it.
How many?
But I don't know if it's even worth it, because a hidden passage, could that be a magical hidden passage? As in, I can see where they've sent the kids?
No.
Even though there's not... Okay, there's no point then.
I have a miracle that would be helpful, maybe.
What?
The apparition of prophecy.
What's that do?
The lesser one is multiple quiet and subtle appearances to hint to the location of an object you seek, or a singular bold appearance with specific directions to the location of an object you seek or person whose identity is known to you is the greater.
Unfortunately, the children do not count as objects, and you didn't actually see them.
But don't we know one of the witches?
You do. You know that Marriott is a witch.
So couldn't we feasibly try and find her? Maybe she has the kid.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that a good idea, gang?
That is a good idea. Before we do that, I think we should definitely do that. But before we do that, Siobhan, I just had a thought. If I were to cast the cantrip that means that I can see through any magical illusions for the next hour, would I by any chance find a secret hidden passage?
I literally can't tell you that. That would undermine the idea of the mystery of the game.
I would do it because it's like,
Okay.
I think.
So I can cast Dispel Debility, which is a cantrip that's...
So the way it works, Belle, is that there is a set number of charges on your holy symbol. Every cantrip has a set number of casts that you can do on that set of charges. So once you cast that spell twice with that set of charges, you have to recharge it to cast that spell again.
Right, okay, cool. Okay, so that's one cast I can use on that. And I want to... Well, I can... Yeah, so I want to cast that. Dispel Debility. For me and Pipsa. To see if we can see anything. Oh no, it's either myself or an ally. So, just myself.
Just do you.
Just myself.
Sorry.
So Dispel Debility. All conditions are removed and I may see through any magical illusions.
So I imagine that you clutch at your back again.
Yeah, so I kind of get Gorbachev to just take my top off for me. Because he's like cradling me and he just kind of lifts it up. And then I go, ah! And I grab onto, and I grab the seal out of my shoulder and I hold it up and I just scan over the room with it.
You see shit. There ain't nothing that you're gonna see.
Fuck! Alright, fine. Well,
It's fine. At least we tried.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to head back towards the White Swan where you docked?
Yes. Because no, they can't come in here. They can't come in here until dawn.
Yeah, they
anyway.
can't.
Do you think we should set up another trap for when they do come back?
Yeah, maybe. I can set a
Amy,
trap.
your
or
first
you can.
trap never sprung because he was fired out, so that's still there.
Oh, okay, we still got
Okay.
that one. Okay, well, let's leave it then.
Okay. Should I do the greater miracle or should we do it later?
Maybe. So does it mean with that? Do you just know where she is, and she doesn't know that you know where she is, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's safe to use. We can use that and not worry about being caught out by the witch.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
How does it look when you do it?
Please. I would like it to be like, you know how the shepherds followed the star behind Jesus? I'd like it to be very similar to that.
As you emerge from the cellar, hands held out before you. Boom! Ray of light from the heavens. There is the Virgin Mary. 3 islands. 1 great, 2 lesser. Beyond a place where the land grows rocky, where a preening fool is its lord, where the tide cleaves it, the rock, from the island its mother. On stony shore rests a cave, there shall you find her.
Can you send that to us in the chat, please? Thank you.
I have.
So the 3 islands are Sark and Guernsey, where Guernsey is the great and the other 2 are lesser, where a preening fool is lord.
It's the old man, surely.
Well, I don't know. The old man didn't seem preening, but maybe the preening fool is... I don't know.
A preening fool? Like the very pretty one that we just killed?
Who did we just kill?
The...
Well, he's not a lord, though. He's not a lord. He's just a dead guy. Preening fool is its lord, where the tide cleaves it, a rock from the island its mother. On stony shore rests a cave. There. I'm going to look at the wording for Amy's miracle. Did you see anything along with this riddle, or is that all we're getting?
As the Virgin ascends to heaven, elevator style, within Pipsa's mind's eye, she does receive images that show water crashing in from both sides of a narrow, rocky island head. Or the headlands of an island.
Is there any way of telling its orientation, or can Amy make a check to have a look at its orientation?
That Pipsa could do.
So, Pipsa, if you do like an orienteering, or...
Okay.
Oof.
I was going to say, with any of your... No, but you don't have any knowledges.
Does just Pipsa see this, or do I see it too?
She is seeing the Virgin Mary appear to her. For the rest of you, it's like...
Should I take the devil's bargain?
I think maybe take the devil's bargain.
Okay, I'm going to take the devil's bargain. Then.
All right. Pipsa, you take the devil's bargain, and you remain within your prophesying state. And nothing so much as like looking into the eye of Sauron appears to you. And it is like you're looking down on the 3 islands of Guernsey, on Guernsey, and Sark. And you can see that the headland that you were shown by the Mary does not appear to be the north of or the north of Guernsey.
Okay, so it's Sark. Sark is where they're based.
Oh, okay.
You're on
Sark?
No, we're in
No, you're on
No, we were at
Oh,
Sark.
I see. Okay.
So at the north of Sark, that's where all the storms are.
Where the sirens are.
Yeah, where the sirens are. Sorry.
Well, that ties that together.
So I guess we should go there then.
Well, we're coming to pick you up. We should probably arrive just as you guys are having these visions.
I mean, is there any more waiting time?
No, your waiting time is up.
For what?
Probably not.
Is it all matched up?
You have all matched up now.
I think so. So we've arrived?
You've arrived to the White Swan in the bay. Yes.
So we just need to walk down to the White Swan then.
I'm just checking the outcome of the Devil's Bargain because it was a high one, and so may have an immediate effect. As you were heading back towards the bay, the skies above darken. The skies all for miles around. You can see stretching towards Guernsey, stretching towards Sark. And torrential rain begins. Violent thunder. There's lightning striking at the ground. It is slick with mud as you make your way back towards the bay.
Yes, being wet, the Countess's favorite feeling.
So I turn to the. So wait, we've gone back to. Sorry, we zoned out for a second. We've gone back to Sark.
We're heading back to Sark now.
Wait,
We're just picking everybody up.
Yeah, we haven't got on the ship yet. We're just meeting up.
Okay.
Do you think it would be helpful if I left one of my eyes in the church where the witches are?
They can't
the
come
witch
back
bride?
until the next day.
They can't come back till dawn anyway,
Okay.
so.
That's fine.
So you can keep both eyes.
Amazing.
Maintain stereo vision.
In the bay, of course, where there is a large French ship waiting with two flying fish horses, just sort of paddling in the water.
And up on the deck, you see Rumpert with Eli on his shoulders, waving
We're
back
waving.
at you like, "Get on! What happened to the little man?"
Before you depart, do you want to show those 4 wax figures to anyone in the White Swan?
Maybe we should in case they recognize anyone.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll come down and talk to you, and you can fill us in on these things before we progress any further.
We can introduce you to the captain.
Okay. So we tell the captain that we're going to go down and we're going to talk through talk with the people here for a second about these dolls. Is there like a main public
It's
house?
where you've landed at the White Swan. It's the only public house here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go in.
Ask for a private room,
A private room.
surely.
Was it?
I thought we needed to show the toys, the dolls to Fiona Mo.
No, I say we skip past that bit. We don't need to narrative that. We all know you've got the dolls.
Okay.
It's fine. We're
Okay.
going to ask people if they recognise the dolls.
Yeah. Okay.
You get in there. You spot Manon Dufault chatting away to the rector here on the island for 'tis lunchtime.
Oh, Manon Dufault was the person that you guys spoke to. When you
Yeah,
last came here.
she's the island's head woman.
So should someone who met her before go talk to her about it?
Yeah. Was I one of those people? I don't
Nope,
think I was.
it was me, Pipsa, and
Countess,
Eli.
go and see what Manon Dufault thinks of these figurines.
Okay. Is she visible?
Yes, when you walk in, you see her at a pretty central table chatting to the vicar here.
Okay. I will go over. I will push the vicar off his chair. And I will sit down and I will say, I am miserable. Today has been hell. I have been mauled by a flying chicken. And then my friend over there, who cannot walk at the moment, you see, is riding Gorbachev. He made a witch fly away from underground, and then I kicked it into an invisible wall, and then we tried to stop it being a witch, and then the demon appeared and killed it. And unfortunately, although we could hear crying children, the children were not there anymore, and we cannot use the magic wishy-washy that was on the floor. However, we do find these ugly figurines. Do you know who they are? Sorry, Vicar.
Madame Defoe
Also, I am wet, and my hair is ruined.
looks at you in shock, looks at the figurines in shock. She takes them into her hands. These are the Delahaye's. Why, they look like all of the Delahaye's. Save Mario.
Again, the dead ones, or the... I mean,
Yes, the dead ones.
that is not good news, I think. Although
She's
I'm
trying
not
to
sure.
resurrect them.
Bring them back from hell. What happened? Wherever
Did
they
you
were.
find a monocle?
They were trying to catch souls in those glass, weren't they?
Hmm.
So maybe they were trying to like hold souls there to then recreate her family or something like that.
Exchange them. Exchange the soul for a soul with the devil.
Oh, Paimon. Really.
With Paimon. Exchange with Paimon,
Yeah.
soul for a soul.
And she puts down the figurine shakily and crosses herself.
Well, yes, quite appropriate. Anyway, thank you. Most useful information. I will now leave and have probably something equally bad happen to me today.
Godspeed you, Countess.
To the boat.
Godspeed you. And she looks very pale and her hands shake. She puts them back on the table. So,
We should
what
get
is
back
the
to
current
ship.
operating theory that you have as you return to the Ile Ruise?
Current operating theory is that Mario Delahaye is trying to either resurrect or recreate her family through the purpose of regaining their souls or trapping souls and exchanging souls.
Yeah, I think she's trying to exchange souls. She's trying to exchange souls with Paimon for her family's souls.
and
It's a pretty
she
mental
needs
lady,
a
though.
man. She needs a man and 3 children to do it.
So she's got...
Probably all of them.
But does she have the man?
Remember, an adult man was dragged underneath the chapel. That's what Swithin and Wallace saw.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The disappointed noises.
So now,
Yes, we
so
need to
now
get
we just
that
need to go
ASAP
to
then.
Sark and be like, "Yo, you crazy ass
We need
hoe,
to-
don't do that."
And possibly get past some sirens in the process?
Yeah.
Well, the sirens will be protecting it
Oh my
Ah.
from
god.
outside.
That's
We
quite-
know she's in a cave.
That's the
I
fantasy
see, yeah.
version of alligators in a moat.
The sirens by the cave. Yeah, they'll be guarding it.
And you say it's the tide cleaves it, the rock from the island its mother on stone. So it's in a cave, possibly in a separated cave.
Well, the pirates know
north edge of Sark.
really well,
Yeah.
so they might know it.
Okay, so we go back to get back onto the ship, and Rumpert asks to speak to the captain with all of his friends. And
Apolline takes you to
He's
the
like-
captain's cabin, where she's taken off her hat and is just drinking a wine straight from the bottle.
Rumpert is like, "May I have some of that?"
Of course. So, where to next?
Glub 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 glub. Do you know of a small inlet severed from the north of Sark?
Oui, La Rune.
La Rune.
Grune.
La Rune. Yeah.
I got it up on Google Maps, baby.
Excellent. It's actually a really good idea, Alex. Well done.
So, to La Rune, we kill some sirens, and you find all of these missing people?
Well, we find missing people. We also may find some witches.
Witches? Oh. How exciting. Well, we can try and wait for the storm to pass or can sail now.
We've got our wonderful little water horses too that can drag us.
Yeah,
I
we
think
got the
we
water
should go
horses.
now.
Do you want to do it now? You don't want to do any more? What
It
time is it?
is between 2 and 3 p.m.
2 and 3 p.m.
I think we should go.
I think we should alert some of the many soldiers that we have to help us.
But the reality is they wouldn't
considering
sail
that-
in this weather.
Considering that she's dragged the man, they probably have everything to start the ritual.
Yeah.
I think we need to get there ASAP pronto.
Okay. I'm going to ask the lady, the captain. Madam, how many cannons have you?
Ooh. 8.
8 cannon.
We stole half of those.
How quickly do you think you can fire them?
I think we can... She calls out, Apolline! Apolline Deschamps comes in. Rue Madame. How are the girls with the guns? Oh, I say we can have a shot from every cannon, perhaps every 3 minutes.
Okay, so perhaps we can get a couple of volleys off before they make their way out to us.
It's pretty good.
Or we could lure them out and then hammer them from the beach. Eli, do you have a way of contacting the Dullahan?
You do, yes.
I don't
Let me
know,
look
can I?
for it.
Oh, and I've got a rat
Yes,
boy
you have the rat boy
don't I?
whistle.
Yes,
You also got-
Are we talking about the sirens in the sea? Yeah. Yeah. Because
Can rat boys carry children?
Rat boys can carry children.
It doesn't
They are
matter.
great at carrying children, usually too kidnapped to sell them, but yes.
We can get some rat boys to kidnap children on our behalf if we create a powerful enough distraction.
Eli, all you have to do
Rat
to
boys-
call the Dullahan is to say his name.
Clap your thighs.
His name is
Ooh.
Kather Ahmed.
Kafer Ahmed.
So the backup that you would have is the rat boys, who, thankfully being fairies, could basically just come out of a fairy road on Sark to meet you.
And looking at Google Maps, there is a fairy grotto
On
signposted
Sark.
on Sark.
Not too
my
far
God.
from Lagoon.
Literally about a kilometre away from Lagoon.
So we've got the pirates, the cannons, the Dullahan,
Yes.
the rat boys,
Yes.
the water horses.
The water horses
Water.
will fight.
That's a pretty decent group.
Plus the hogs and the lynxes.
Also the hogs and the lynxes.
If
As
you-
a whole,
if you give me an hour, I can also get you a whale.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Excuse me?
how?
I can do it. I've got a ceremony.
Do whales live near Guernsey?
No, but I can
They're all
get.
around the south coast.
I can get them to
You
come.
certainly get basking sharks and whale sharks.
Yup, there are pilot whales and something called a purpose.
A
What's
porpoise.
A porpoise.
Porpoise.
It's like
Oh.
it's like a dolphin.
Oh, sorry,
Porpoise is like a dolphin. I have
the enthusiasm.
because porpoises are great. I have Perfectus Bestia, which means that I can summon any animal from the heavens to act as my guardian.
Alex
Why
Bell,
a
they kind of
whale?
look like you actually.
You think porpoises look like me?
Because you're slimy like one.
You've got the smirk.
How dare you?
The porpoise.
Come on, look at this.
I think with this plan being starting to be formed, there will absolutely not be enough time this episode to get to all the nonsense you need to do. So that you're on the Eloise, you are gathering together the allies you have made, quite a few, actually, in the course of your time here.
We can still send word to the people on the main island to come, but again, I don't think they would come until the storm.
I have a question,
Yes.
Siobhan. For when I ranked up and I got my soldiers, it said I either have them from the start of the scenario or I call for them to arrive at dawn the next day. At the next time that we record, will the soldiers be there?
No.
No, because
Or will
it's
I-
midday now.
So I've still got to wait
Yeah.
until dawn.
Yes.
I think this is a fabulous time to ask my 3 questions. The right time. Have you learned a new detail that may lead you to the demon's hand?
Definitely.
definitely.
Absolutely.
No, I don't think so, actually.
Lagoon!
We're literally going to see the demon's hand.
Lagoon!
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's
We're on a
enough.
booze cruise to Lagoon.
Very good. That's another prestige for everyone. Have you made a new or useful ally in your fight against the demon's hand?
The pirates.
Yeah, the pirates.
Or
come
the
on,
Hippocampi.
Figures?
Yeah,
The
Hippocampi.
Hippocampi, because I already gave you the pirates, the episode.
Yeah, I have a feeling we
So
already
the-
had the
the-
pirates.
Also the Virgin Mary.
Boom! It's the Virgin Mary. I will give you the Hippocampi. And lastly, so that's 2 prestige for all. Lastly, this is a closer bond with your fellow Inquisitors. Pipsa, have you formed a closer bond with any Inquisitors?
I feel like I must have formed a closer bond with Armitage.
Yeah.
Surely, because we've been
We've
We've
been
been
chilling the whole time
scavenging
together, you know?
and planning badly.
We've been doing terrible plans, arguing about whether or not we should take the hammers.
I will give the bickering. Pipsa's hand with Armitage as a prestige. Armitage, you may also take the bickering,
Thank
or the fact that the Countess's butler is carrying you around on his back.
What? Also, that I healed the Countess.
You did.
I was about to,
Oh,
that's
I also
mine.
healed the Countess.
That's mine, being slathered in butter by both
Yes,
of you.
yes. The Countess has been slathered. You have helped the Countess and are currently being carried around like a backpack by Gorbachev.
Yeah, the Countess
No,
is
it's not
currently-
like a backpack. It's like a papoose.
Oh no! But you were naked for some of that.
Yeah.
It's putting your penis in his belly button.
Rump
My little winkle.
Rumpert. Closer bond.
Yes, dear. I think that the Titanicking with Eli has released my fumes.
We became
Definitely
one
counts.
amongst Rumpert's hair and flowers.
Yeah,
and
that was
mushrooms.
pretty intimate. You two can.
We also all fought a
You
flying.
also did fight the Shadim together. So that is a prestige. So that's 3 prestige for all. That was a 6 prestige 2-parter.
And Rumpert is level 8.
Fuck me.
Jesus.
Fuck you indeed.
What's level 7?
If at level 7 already, I'll be
It's like
terrified.
40. Oh no, level 6 is 40.
You can't.
It's
You
50,
literally can't. be level
52.
6. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, did we get 6 prestige
Because you
overall?
got 3 from the fight with the Shadim.
Yeah.
And 3 from the end of this.
I am rank 6.
Woo!
If anyone gives me the nickname the Slick, I will kill you.
What's
in
rank
game.
nine?
Give
I'm
it
gonna
to
do
them.
it now.
Rank 9. Can anyone see?
Is it
88,
88?
yeah.
I think it's 88.
I'm
88.
90.
Oh my god! It's happened! Eli has reached rank 9!
Good lord.
Do you double check? Because I just have that number in my head for some
No, it
reason.
is. It is 88.
Wow. Nobody come for me.
Countess, as you're already a countess, I would have to actually give you a higher title.
But I want to keep. No, it's imperative. It's like a
No, the
first
fact
name.
is, you don't have to stop being called the countess, but you would be.
Something the Countess.
You'd be
or
the
something.
Duchess.
Well,
Or the
currently,
Marchioness.
well, I am.
Where are
I've
you
run
from?
away, so I
Where's
have
the-
no territory. Could I become the countess of a new territory and just remain a countess?
You could be a double countess. They don't usually do that. You could become.
You could be a protector.
You could be.
Protector of the realm.
You could be a. You could be a marchioness and a countess, but they still call you countess depending on the title. I'll work it out.
Wait, Countess, what
Russia.
country are you from?
Russia.
Well, hold on. Could she be a princess then?
No.
She could, because like they treat princes like we treat Jews.
She could technically become a princess or something, but
A Russian princess.
So for some reason, princess
doesn't have the same ring as the countess.
gravitas.
I'm gonna in which case make you a countess and baroness of somewhere else.
Countess Baroness.
Yes!
I am Countess Baroness Valentina. You can call me Vali.
Well,
It'll be better if you're like, you can call me Countess Baroness. You will refer to me as my full title.
marvelous. Well,
Siobhan, you have to think of an equivalent for cunt that's appropriate in, public.
don't you worry. I already have it. I already have ideas floating around for what her nickname might be. Well, a very eventful episode. You know where the witch is. You have flying horses. You have a whole gang of backup that you can call on for when it goes down next episode. Right?
My God, fucking Accrington Benny.
Oh, I really hope Wilcox is back for the final smack.
I think we just have to delay it until.
We
And we
have
just
to,
we
yeah.
have to get Antonia to just voice Ponzi scheme. They're in jail because they started a pyramid scheme in Cornwall.
I would be fully up for having Antonia Stafford Taylor as a guest star just to do the voice of Ponzi Scheme.
Well, it's up to you because you're doing this. Anyway,
Thank you. This has been the Immunology and Actual Play podcast. Thank Oscar Russell of Watchtower Design for graphic design, Tasha Soffler for our music, and please, if you have enjoyed the show, leave us 5-star reviews wherever you get your podcasts. If you didn't enjoy the show, don't do that. Don't tell anyone, obviously.
and for your reviews, tell us what the Virgin Mary would tell you in an apparition.
Yeah, also, if you can send me specifically, if you can find me, send me pictures of wet horses.
You're gonna get some weird shit. You're gonna get some weird shit in the post. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.